Hey guys, Dave and Chris here from BowhunterPlan.com, and today we're looking at the 2020 Bowtech launch of the Revolt. Alright, so here we are, 2020's here, and Bowtech launched the Revolt and the Revolt X. Two amazing looking bows that we're going to get into here in a second. But before we do, make sure you go to their website at Bowtech online, go on their website, check it out for yourself. You can see on their website, they talk to you about the deadlock cams, all that good stuff, and you can learn it from them too, and then hopefully, see it here with us and get a feel for this bow. So Chris, what's your thoughts right off the bat looking at this new monster?
So I was lucky to be the one to pull these out of the box and take a look at them first. And one thing, I crossed my fingers when Dave told me the new Bowtechs were in. I had my fingers crossed that the one thing that we were going to see is we were going to see the deadlock cam system in the hunting lineup.
I think you've called that though.
I think this is going to set the stage for what we see in the future. And I wouldn't be surprised if next year or even a year or two down the road, we're seeing this in all of Bowtech's lineup.
Yeah, you kind of made that comment earlier on the past Reckoning videos we did, and you said that the next thing that most likely would happen is we would see this move to the hunting, so you can get the perfect tuning bow. Yeah,
and when I was actually playing or working with the Reckoning on that long distance shooting this year, that was one system that I found so easy and repeatable for me to get the exact flight I wanted out of multiple different arrows to really get every ounce of performance out of the bow I could. And the 35-inch bow kind of falls into that hybrid mark where it's a great 3D and target bow, but it's also a realistic hunting bow. I actually had the opportunity to sit down with the Bowtech rep and chat for a little while, and he actually said it was probably one of the best hunting bows he ever built. And then kind of gave me that weird look when I said, well, is it going to be in the hunting cam? Because I always ask questions. So when I opened the box and I saw that system, I was very excited. It lets me know kind of what direction Bowtech's taking their lineup and how much they care about the end user.
So Bowtech comes off the Realm series. So you have the SS, you have the Realm X, you have the Realm. I mean, they had a great series with those bows. I really enjoy shooting the SR6. Great shooting bows. Then they come out the Reckoning in two different versions, about a 35 and the 38.
Yep.
One was for, I guess, 3D and a little bit of target, and the other one's definitely more target, the 38, right?
Yeah, 38 would fall more to the target realm, whereas the 35 would be more of a hybrid bow.
Yeah. So, and then now they do this with the Revolt, and now with this series you get the Revolt X. Main differences are going to be length on the two bows, and the brace height's different as well. Also, what fits what. So let's talk about the stats real quick. Let's start with the Revolt. This is going to be your main bow hunting bow.
Yeah, the Revolt's the 30-inch axle to axle bow. One thing we noticed right away when we pulled out of the box was the massive brace height. It's a 7 3/16" brace height. So
happy with this.
Right out of the bat, you're getting a extremely forgiving platform.
I haven't seen a brace height that big in a long time, and I am extremely excited about that. For a lot of reasons, but I think it's one of those things we haven't seen in a while on any brands, really. And so it's exciting to see that big of a brace height, because just some past experiences I've had and people I know with a longer brace height, they've had a really good experience with it. But I haven't seen it in a long time. Most bows have been between 5 and 6 3/4, 6.
We've seen there's been a speed game for a while. We've kind of been, the industry's been caught in a speed race, and I think it was caught it kind of caused a kind of, I guess we went away from accuracy for a little while, and we're starting to see more and more of the companies, Bowtech especially being one of them, who's kind of taking it to the next level and maybe taking a step back and saying, what are the things that matter the most to making the most shootable platform for everybody? That's why we get the comfort mode, we get the performance mode, we're getting bigger brace heights. I mean, the bow IBO is at 335 feet per second, so it's not a slouch at all. That's a bow that's really performing at those speeds, being that it's a 30-inch bow with a 7 3/16" brace height. And I won't sugarcoat it, there's a lot going on with this cam system, so that's going to add a lot of weight. So there is going to be some takeaway from that, but still to be performing at 335, that's excellent. So a little bit more into the specs to kind of let you know who's this bow is going to fit and what's available. So the Revolt goes from a 26-inch draw length all the way out to 31 inches. So that's a pretty long draw length for a short
This is
bow.
a huge variety.
Axle to axle again is 30 inches. IBO is 335. Weight is coming in at 4.4 pounds. And it has draw weights with peaks of 50, 60, and 70 pounds. So
This thing,
you're
it
getting a
just
perfect
looks
hunting bow, in my opinion.
awesome. Yeah, and I mean, the thing about bows is we've seen is the lightest bow I think I've ever seen was 3.6 in a carbon type bow, and that has gone up over the years. And most of the bows now are between 4 and this, in this weight, as you said, 4.4.
Yeah, 4.4.
So and then 4.5 for this one, I believe, right? The Volt X.
Yep, Revolt X.
So that's going to be pretty much the standard gap is what you're going to find now. We have to think about this in different ways. So the point here being, and why I'm saying that, is you can make adjustments to the accessories you have to this bow to offset any weight differences. So if you were like, oh, I really want a 3.8 pound bow, just consider that when you buy your sight, right? Do you want to get a carbon sight? You can get a lighter sight. You can get a lighter rest. You can do it like just a whisker biscuit. I mean, honestly, you don't have to add the heavy duty stuff and still kill deer. So having the ability to offset the weights really does help depending on what you really want to weigh. But I'll be honest with you, it doesn't even feel the 4.4 pounds. So I feel like it feels great.
And then when we go up to the Revolt X, let's talk a little bit about that, because I know we've been kind of jumping over how awesome the new brace height is on the Revolt.
Yeah.
And it's a 6.5-inch brace height on the Revolt X. And let's talk about why that, I guess, isn't a bad thing either. At 35 or 33 inches axle to axle, you're getting a little bit more forgiveness with the longer axle to axle. So a little more accurate platform because of the longer axle to axle. Now, what they can do there is they can shorten the brace height a little bit to give you a little extra speed. So whereas the other one IBO'd at 335, this one IBO's at 340. You get the same draw length adjustment from 26 to 31, same peak weights 50, 60, and 70, and you only gain 0.1 pound with the extra
Weight,
2 inches of bow.
Wow,
so
that's crazy.
That's a lot going into it. A little bit they did with some limb angles. We can see the limb pocket angle is a little different, so there's not a ton more riser being added. But I think that's how they got the brace height where they did. But again, you're getting the deadlock cam system in this. You got the deadlock pocket, the deadlock flex guard. I mean, you got a lot of things going on with this bow that we've seen in the Reckoning that I enjoyed tuning on that bow, that really is going to set this thing apart so that you can tune it, lock it in, and trust that it's going to be there for the entire season. All right, so we're going to speed test the Bowtech Revolt. We're going to start off with it. It's set at 70 pounds, 29 inches of draw length, and we're going to start with our 350 grain arrow.
312,
And then we are going to do our 450 grain arrow.
272,
Our 550 grain arrow.
251,
251, and now our 687 ultra heavyweight arrow.
224,
All right, so we just got done speed testing the Bowtech Revolt. This is the 7-inch brace height model. This one here, we shot this at 70 pounds, 29 inches of draw length, and in the comfort mode. So with that, we got 312 feet per second with our 350 grain arrow, 272, 251, and 224. So right in line with the numbers that we're getting from Bowtech, being an inch short and then in comfort mode as well. So 335 is right in the route for exactly what number we would expect. All right, now we're gonna do the speed test on the new Revolt X. We are gonna be shooting this at 29 inches, and this one's gonna be at 60 pounds. We are gonna start off with our 350 grain arrow as well,
292,
and go to our 450 grain arrow,
255,
our 550 grain arrow,
235,
and this is our 687 grain arrow.
211,
All right, so just to recap speeds on the new Revolt X, 292 feet per second, 255, 235, and then 211 with our heaviest weight arrow. So just a quick reminder, we shot this at 29 inches of draw length. This bow is a 60 pound model, so it's at 60 pounds peak weight. And also we shot it in comfort mode because we believe that's the most common mode people are gonna shoot these bows in just because of how great this cam feels. So flip it over to performance mode, boost it up 10 pounds to 70. I think our numbers are right in line with exactly what we're predicting from Bowtech.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh. All right, listen guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. This thing, they're both great.
Dave's gonna have a hard time talking. He's
here's-
very excited right now about the Revolt. He was super excited while I was shooting it just because of the way it looked. And
And see
then,
how flat it was?
yeah, it's got a great look to it.
Amazing.
And then normally we turn bows down when we do the shoots here. Why? Because we're putting a lot of arrows through these because we really want to get the best experience of the feel for you. I purposefully didn't turn this bow down today just because I wanted to force Dave to shoot it at 70 pounds. Normally he always asks. I lied to him, told him I turned it down. He shot it, and to be honest with you, Dave, it was at 70 pounds. What'd you think?
Honestly, unbelievable. Like, I mean, the grip, it just locks so well in for me. I don't know. I know we always talk about grips, but when it hits there, it's like a lock. Like I feel the solid, like I feel it go all the way down my palm. And so it feels like a nice block. So I don't feel like it's slipping or it can angle or twist. So that's the first thing. So it locks in perfectly. At that much weight and that much power, it's unbelievable. Again, I made the comment earlier, I don't really feel it's as heavy as they say it is, but it's just made of such great aluminum and materials that, I mean, wow, man, it's... I don't like you, Bowtech. Why you gotta do this to me? Because now I like my Realm SS. Now I gotta switch. And that bow is amazing. That's the thing. It's really hard. They've been doing such a great job.
Yeah, they came out, they definitely hit it out of the park yet again. I know I say that a lot with a lot of these bow companies, but this is definitely something I'm excited to see in their lineup. I'm just excited to see what people do with this bow. And,
I'm curious which one they buy more
producers.
of. Because, you know, a lot of people do like a 33-inch bow. I've always liked short bows. So for me, this and lower, to me, is what I like. But that's me. Again, people are always different. That's why I think they perfectly hit the nail on the head by having these two options for the size. They both shot great. They both feel great. You know, they're both dead in the hand. And man, are they shooting just bullets, just... You know,
Absolutely.
And I was just so impressed. I mean, you didn't do anything to this bow. You threw a whisker biscuit on it, and the thing is shooting flat as flat gets. I mean, that's unbelievable. And we didn't even touch the cam. We didn't even tune this cam or do anything to it. This is out of the box. I mean, unbelievable.
But yeah, I mean, Bowtech definitely hit them out of the park again. What's the website they can find out more on these on?
BowtechArchery.com.
Simple as that. Make sure you guys tune into the podcast where, of course, you know, we're definitely going to be talking about these soon.
Be a lot of talk about these bows, and we'll hopefully have Bowtech on so you guys can, you know, ask any pre-questions, send us comments about these bows in the YouTube video, and we will talk to them about it, get your questions answered. Again, Chris and I will try to go ahead and create a separate video on the Deadlock cam system, show you how it moves and how it works and all that good stuff coming up. But man, what a year. This is a great time to be an archer and looking to get a new bow, especially from the Bowtech brand. You got last year's models, the Realms are amazing bows, and now you got this, which is even better, which is crazy to think that they were able to do something, in my mind, that even made that Realm better, which is make this whole new bow. I did not expect this from them, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be the Realm, another edition of the Realm, because it was so good. So, I mean, wow, great job, Bowtech. So once again, check out Bowtech's website for all their great new bows they're launching. You can see the Reckoning video we just did. You can click down there. We'll go ahead and link that in. And make sure you stay tuned to our Instagram and all those great things. So we're giving out tons of great products this year. We're trying to really have some fun, and we want you guys to have fun with us. So make sure you're a subscriber around here. Click that like button, and we'll see you next time on bowhunterplanet.com's Test Lab.